And we have to do the reviews.
We do.
Good morning.
Good morning. Today's 4th of December.
Yeah,
We're
it is.
into the Christmas month already.
We already are.
Yeah.
We're left with some 21 days.
Are you shopping already or you're done?
I think I'll be through maybe this week. I always do that prior, so.
All right, good for you. So, you know,
I don't want trouble.
If you
and then
had
I try to make sure I plan for January.
Okay.
And this year, I had tight into my tighter.
But Roland, if you had the opportunity, would you want to cut off 20 years of your age?
Nah.
Yeah?
I think I'm okay.
You are, absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want to do football age?
I could have done things that could have been, well, in a more better way as far as my life is concerned. But I think that the way I've lived
You're
is
happy
okay.
where you are with your age?
Yeah.
All right, there's this, you might want to say one of those quirky stories because you don't expect that somebody would wake up and say, I'm going to a court, I'm 69, I feel 49.
It happened?
But I want the law to cut 20 years off my age.
In Africa?
No, not in Africa. Here's a Dutchman, and I want you to hear him explain himself.
Because I'm much more younger than my 68. So when I ask for a mortgage, for example, they say it's impossible. If I go on Tinder, you know, then I get women from 68, 69, when the women are there. And when I'm on Tinder, you know, then they say, okay, then you can lie for your age. You say you're 49. I don't want to lie. I want to be myself. So don't force me to lie. But when I'm really 49 again, I will have a baby again. I will buy a new car again. I will paint my house again. I'm going outside and I invest my money again. Because now I'm old man, you know, I have to save my money to give to my kids so they can live. But if I have that age again, I have hope again. I'm new again. And the whole future is there for me again.
Yeah,
That's weird.
You know, could be 25 again. Then, you know, I will have a lot more years ahead.
But I think biologically your body is aging.
Man says
or is it the mindset?
Man says he feels 49. And there are so many things. But, you know, the courts obviously did not allow him because they said it has so many implications. There's a time to vote. You've got a right to vote at a certain age, to drive and all those things. And cutting 20 years off would also mean cutting off a record that existed, but you say that didn't exist. I mean, so many implications to that. So he was denied, but he was bold enough to go to the courts. And the judge says, it's okay to feel 49, but legally there's nothing we can do about your age.
One of those weird things, right?
Yeah. But is it so weird when people are changing? If you're a man, you can change to a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they are weird things in my estimation. Even though these days it's become more acceptable. Yeah. I was going through a training program yesterday, and the moderator, the facilitator said, well, he used not to accept that gays are around, but he works, for example, with 2 people in his team. He's employed 2 more. Okay. So, you know, so we have to accept.
Well, there are so many things you can do for now, but I guess amending your age is not one of those things, at least not now. There's a question that we want to ask. Maybe Fred can help us ask. So there was the Ballon d'Or yesterday, and Luka Modric came through. They say for about a decade, it's not been Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi.
That's a record.
So I want to show you the picture of the man and ask you, because this is the second time that he's winning, I think second time this year. It was Footballer of the Year, FIFA World
for UEFA.
For UEFA, okay. So is this the best footballer in the world?
Currently,
is he
no.
the best footballer
the past,
in the
past
world?
year? I think he was the best footballer in the World Cup. And usually, you know, in a World Cup here, they always will give it to the one who did well in the season before, and then did very well in the World Cup. So, but he's good. But I don't think that he's the best.
Okay, so this is it. Let's just go down and see you and show you how Real Madrid, what they tweeted, and how they say it is getting crazy retweets already. So that's it. This is what they've tweeted, like,
Modric,
you know, the man in gold and all that.
Modric d'Or 2018, Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Luka Modric 10.
Okay, so love it or hate it.
There we have it.
He is the best footballer.
And look at this caption. I love this. The 33-year-old, who is the first winner not called Cristiano Ronaldo or Lionel Messi since 2007.
Yeah.
What kind of monopoly is this?
So he's broken it.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, Real Madrid would jubilate.
He's broken it, but this year, Cristiano Ronaldo could win it back again.
Okay, well,
Depends
we'll see. All right, we'll leave the rest
next year.
When Benedict steps in.
Yeah.
But let's do what we're here to do, I guess. Let's look at what's making headlines in the newspapers.
Okay, so let me start with the Ghanaian Times. It has on the front page, 7 perish in Gore crash, 12 others injured. Calm returns to GIJ. Students given another opportunity to register after protests. President tours Accra today. The story is on page 17 of the Ghanaian Times. NDC opens nomination for flag bearership race amidst controversies. That's on the back page. Now, on the back page, though, that's on the front page. On the back page, you have 300 police officers undergo training in child-friendly policing. It has a picture there of the Deputy Inspector General of Police, James Opon Bueno, and we also have President inaugurates Ketakrachi timber recovery as one district, one factory. Okay. The President inaugurated a Ketakrachi timber recovery firm as one district, one factory. All right.
Let's do the New Crusading Guide newspaper. I think it's been a while since we got hold of this paper. Front page, the New Crusading Guide newspaper. Confusion rocks NDC as gang of 8 fight executive over Congress structure. Also, aggrieved presidential aspirant didn't pay a dime for NDC internal elections, according to the Greater Accra chair of the NDC, Adekoka. Drama at Kwabenya as rival families fight over traditional title. These are the headlines when you grab the New Crusading Guide newspaper. The story about confusion rocking the NDC has all the presidential aspirants. Pictures, there are pictures on the front page of the paper. We'll get into details of that story in a bit.
All right, so let's look at the Custodian newspaper. That's the front page of the Custodian. It has the story. NDC recorded worst GDP growth in 35 years, according to the majority leader. I can't raise ludicrous, unethical 420,000 Ghana cedi filing fee. Sylvester Mensah, one of the individuals aspiring to be the flag bearer of the NDC for the 2020 elections. Upon Kuma woes World Bank. But the main story on the front page of the Custodian, Ghana football in limbo as FIFA gives normalization committee March 31 to exit. Clubs already, according to this newspaper, the Custodian, are soaked in debt. I have a picture there, an attached picture of Dr. Kofi Amoah, the chair of the normalization committee, and his team expected to exit by March 31, 2019.
Should they even be told? You can't be normalization committee forever.
It looks like they're becoming like the typical African.
Yeah.
They're enjoying the position.
We've normalized the normalization committee.
I think they should.
Let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper, front page of the Graphic. Free zones boost economy, exports over $1 billion in 9 months. New Graphic MD takes office, Mr. Ato Afo. Well, welcome to the Graphic group, I guess. Also, Ghana Police wins 12-unit Red Coat Flats case. Where is Kojo Yankson? This is his case. You know, the case about the IGP being in contempt, and we were playing with the idea of a conviction. Would he be referred to as an ex-convict? Well, where was Godfred Dame when this whole thing was happening? Well, he wasn't in the picture, but when he stepped in, he managed to set this aside. Not only was he able to do that, but he won the police the flats as well. We'll get the details when we flip through the inside pages. Aswasi NDC group picks forms for John Mahama. And we're told that there was a long queue yesterday. His office, as in campaign office, people wanting to come in to donate, I guess, 1,000 cedis or whatever amount that they had towards the 400. But a group in the Aswasi constituency yesterday picked up the form and paid the 20,000 Ghana cedis. And they said, you know, that's to show appreciation for, you know, the positive impacts when he was president in the constituency of Aswasi.
Wow.
And that this was not just one person given the 20K. It was various persons. People gave 1 CD, 2 CDs, you know, they put it all together and they got the 20K and they picked up the form. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I also had Joshua Alabi and all that. And then I also had...
Oh, he's picked. I thought he said he was picking today, right?
He said he'll pick.
Oh, is the final there, by the way? And then, if you're interested in becoming...
I got some snippets of information that Ladade Kotopong, NDC members and some notable prominent people in Ladade Kotopong
also
said they were
contributed?
raising for Sylvester Mensah and some money for...
Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
We'll see how that goes.
Back page of the Daily Graphic. PWDs demand access to public buildings as they observe Disability Day. And this definitely has come at a time when, you know, the structure where we make laws, actually, we're told that one of the key members of the association was turned away last Friday as the coalition pushing for the right to information bill to be passed into law went to Parliament. They said, well, he couldn't stand because by the standing orders of Parliament, when the Speaker is standing, nobody else could stand. Reason they didn't allow, but we know how it ended. The minority leader stepped in. AMA presents items, money to PWDs in Accra. So the back page is full of stories related to persons with disability. We're told more than 100 of them yesterday marched through some principal streets of Accra to demand the inclusion of accessibility features in all public facilities and infrastructure in the country.
Okay, so we have the Daily Guide newspaper. Has on the front page, only thieves can pay 420,000 Ghana cedis, NDC killer fees, a story attributed to Rawlings. Jerry John Rawlings has his picture on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper. This is the paper, okay? Then we also have petrol prices drop.
For the first time.
It's
gone.
That's second
it's
time.
Gone to 4 below. No, as in 4. We haven't hit the 4 level.
No, it's
in
gone
a very
5
long
below.
while. Yeah.
5 below.
5 below. Yes, yes.
So now we hadn't had.
So this is the first. Yeah.
So we have minority rejects drone deal. William's fate hangs in the balance. But we go to the center spread. That's the news one pullout of the Daily Guide. KSM returns to comedy after 4 years. We're told that on Friday, December 7th, he's staging his return show dubbed KSM Unchained. Tinsel actor seeks for financial support after accident crippled him. They're talking about the actor Victor Olaotang, who is seeking financial aid to seek medical treatment at the cost of some $50,000.
We don't have the center spread, yeah?
We do.
Oh, that's
you know
in the, yeah. When they started showing Tinsel, I used to watch it.
Oh,
I used to be an addict.
You were younger then.
Well, I am old.
Well,
hello.
Now you're
but he's one of the main figures.
You don't watch TV as you used to. So
No, I can't afford to.
Yeah.
But this you won't miss him because he was in the one of the main characters, really.
Yeah, you can miss him. Yes. It was.
So what? He was involved in an accident.
Yes.
He's crippled.
So this is the gentleman. This man. We're told that he was in induced coma. Since 2016, and now now his legs are going bad. He needs 50,000 Ghana cedis to, you know.
Are you talking
$50,000 dollars? And this is what happened. They say according to the net.ng, back in 2016, the actor, best known for his recurrent role in Tinsel, was involved in a car crash on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, and subsequently was placed in a medically induced coma as he was treated for months. He has been facing the possibility of losing his 2 legs or being amputated to save his life, and so far His family have been trying their best to look after him, but right now he needs the 50,000 Ghana cedis to dollars. So sorry, $50,000 to seek treatment abroad. And a GoFundMe page has been set up for him. Before the accident, he had played the role of Fred Ade Williams.
Yeah.
He also featured in movies like Love Struck as well as Three Wise Men, alongside Richard Mofe Domijo and Zakoji. Yeah, you know, prominent.
Oh, it's sad.
I hope
really,
that
really
the
sad.
Nigerian movie fraternity will come to his aid.
And they're very rich people in Nigeria, you know.
They can do something about him. Giftianti Ifya Pokuya McBrown, others honored at what they call the Goa 2018 Awards. Goa is the Ghana Outstanding Women Awards. It took place at the Swiss Spirits Alisa Hotel. Okay. That's what we used to call
thank you for adding the Swiss Spirit to Alisa.
Yeah, Swiss Spirits. Yeah. Swiss Spirits.
But Vim.
Yeah, Vim lady.
You know, Vim is one of those women that I look up to.
Also
absolutely
won.
Proud.
We had supported by Ifwa Santua Adunum, as well as Nanajo Awindo, Ohini Yire Giftianti. Good morning to you. Ohini Yire Giftianti, and Akosie Japan also there. So
Ohimawe Jet also picked up an award as well. So it wasn't just for
other women in politics. We had Zaneto Ajiman Rawlins. In sports, we had Rosalind Amu of the Daily Graphic. Ifyapokua won women's radio presenter, young woman actress Afima Kodo, and young TV host went to Adom TV's Cynthia Tima Yaboa.
Tima Kunkum.
Okay, young woman entrepreneur went to Fela Makafui. Is that the musician or the actress? Okay, and then woman beauty pageant program went to Ghana's Most Beautiful, and then woman DJ went to Ohimawu Yeje.
See?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, two of my I was going to say two of my girls, but I couldn't say that.
Woman TV host went to Wendy Lai. Woman model went to Priska Abba. Wendy Lai, congratulations to you. Woman in music went to Stephanie Benson. Emilia Brobe was for acting. Brand image personality Naama McBrown.
That's a very tall list.
Yeah, Shelley Frimpong. So
we don't have time
film
for all of
producer
that.
of the year.
Yeah. Well, I just want to celebrate the women outstanding in that tall lists. Vim, Efia and Ohimawe Eje. And how could I forget Wendy Lai? So congratulations to all of them. And Ohine Yere, of course, and all the many others. Let's do the Finder newspaper real quick. Front page of the Finder. Disaster looms. Parts of a Chimota or dog drain washed away. You see the picture shortly on your screen. More NDC members pledged to pay back-gains filing fees. SNIT to retrieve over $25 million from IT solution vendors. Teacher sues GES headmaster over sodomy accusations. Agricult's Lithovit liquid fertilizer was never tested, according to a witness. Apologies, you won't see the Finder apparently. But these are the front page headlines, the Finder newspaper. There you have it. Let's do the Daily Statesman. Have we done the Chronicle yet?
No.
The Daily Statesman, then we'll finish up with the Chronicle. Daily Statesman front page. First test on HIV blood vindicates Komfo Anoche, living with disability in Ghana. NDC hopefuls enraged claim bias in favor of John Mahama. Also, Kufuor begins Greater Accra tour today. The Chronicle newspaper, Roland?
Yeah, so let's do the Chronicle. It has on the front page, bail us out of killer fees. NDC aspirant resort to silver collection. Front page of the Chronicle, we have Animal Farm NDC crying wolf. Ghana loses 2.7 million square meters of coastline annually. And Tema Metro bosses in tough war ahead of president visits. So those are the stories we have on the back page. We have Ghana qualifies for AFCON after CAF decision on Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
So
I think it's Ghana, Kenya?
And they were told that, you know that the AFCON for the next year
Cameroon is not.
Yes, so now
hosting.
South Africa has accepted to host the 2019 AFCON.
I will go to South Africa.
Yeah, I think we'll go to South Africa. That will be in the middle of the year because now it's been scheduled into the summer.
Yeah.
So it'll be in the summer of 2019. That will be from 15 June to July 30. You can't. You'll be writing on examinations. It's not possible.
No, it is possible. It is possible.
It is. Let's see. I'm sure.
All I need is a sponsor. Where is that song? There's a song like that, right?
Sponsor.
Yeah, there's an Ebony song. Yeah, I just need sponsorship. That's all. So let's do a bit of details. This is page 16, the Daily Graphic newspaper. Ghana police wins 12-unit Red Coat flat case. 200 policemen who were on the verge of being evicted from a 12-unit flat located at Red Coat Medina can now heave a sigh of relief following a ruling by the Accra High Court that the Ghana Police Service is the rightful owner of the flats. In a ruling yesterday, the court presided over Justice George Kumsin held that the other parties claiming ownership of the property failed to prove their case. The ruling of the court followed an interpleader filed by a Deputy Attorney General, Godfred Yeboah-Dame, who sought to establish that the Ghana Police Service was the rightful owner of the flats. But I guess this is not where our interest lies, really. It's in the contempt case. So let me just fast forward. The legal moves by the plaintiffs, they give their details here, to take possession of the flats led to the conviction of the Inspector General of Police, David Asante Apietu, for contempt by the Accra High Court, presided over by Justice Daniel Mensah on September 25, 2018. That was after the plaintiffs filed a contempt application against the IGP for failing to obey a court directive for him to peacefully surrender the flat to them. The contempt conviction was, however, set aside on November 19, 2018 by Justice Kumsin following an application by Deputy Attorney General Godfred Yeboah-Dame. So you can go ahead and read. I mean, I think this is one of those cases that excites all of us because of the IGP. But these two cases is interesting, are all high courts rulings. So
yeah, they're quite interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Kojo Yankson would have made his own comments on the subject, but we also know that, yeah, possibly contempt could mean that some sort of conviction, but not.
No, I mean, he was convicted of contempt, except that it was set aside subsequently after Godfred Yeboah-Dame stepped in. That's how I like to put it. Yeah, but this issue, I mean, the issue about the NDC is still brewing, right? Yesterday, I listened to Second Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Alban Gbagben, talk extensively on this matter, and he raises some constitutional concerns as well. They not followed the rules entirely, even with the process, the announcement that was made, how they expect them to pick and file, and the fees that they were paying. And we've heard that some of them have petitioned former President Jerry John Rawlings. On page 17 in the Daily Graphic, there's a response. Rawlings raises concern over high filing fees. Just a little bit. Former President Jerry John Rawlings has expressed concern about the increase in the filing fee for the presidential primaries of the NDC and called on the party's National Executive Committee to take a second look at the decision. The founder of the NDC cautioned that certain actions or decisions could either be a reflection of the circumstances of the NDC's birth or mark a departure from where we're coming from as a party. That's a quote. I doubt if any one of us who has served with integrity, relying on our salaries, can raise these filing fees unless we are engaged in some unethical behavior while in office, unless we abused or misused our positions during our tenure, the founder said in a statement from his office. Well, yesterday, General Mosquito sought to address some of the rumors, right? And he said he had spotted some petitions directed at the founder, and he was asking for copies to be brought to them as national executive members, so they would know how to also address, if it meant that they would have to meet with the founder. So we'll see how that goes. But yesterday, Mr. Gbagben, in that report that I listened to, in that speech, he did indicate that he'll go all out, including going to the courts, you know, to be satisfied if the party did not address his concerns. So this is not over.
Yes, I think in the first place, we have to put the issues also in perspective. The NDC says it is a social democratic party.
Correct.
So in essence, it means that its policies and intentions when it's in government would be towards the marginally or perhaps the average masses, so to speak, to create an equitable society for the masses. And eventually we know what it means. I think, however, trying to link that to the filing fees as to how much they are or how high they are, I think sometimes doesn't do the NDC a lot of justice in that regard, because the executives have come out to explain why they have filed the filing fees or they have pegged the filing fees at that level. So that could be one justification. The other, however, is the fact that if you look at what the fees were the last time they were in government, vis-a-vis how much they have been pegged now, it looks to be an astronomical increment. And if you look at the actions of various players, whether they are executives or Asawase or various leaders of the party, and the way they are speaking to the fees that have been pegged and the decision taken by the National Executive Committee of the party, it looks as if an atmosphere has been created for certain persons or certain individuals who have expressed interest to contest the flag bearership position to be put in a good light to win. And I think that is unfair.
Yeah.
And we have to be realistic. Within the current state that we are as a country, raising 400,000 Ghana cedis, whether you are rich or not, is no mean a task.
True.
If you're taking 400 out of 1 million Ghana cedis you have in the bank, you will have some headache about it.
Yeah.
Not massive headache if you're rich, but still, you think about it.
True.
Yeah.
Well, we'll break the issues down further when we do AM Talk, especially also because some party members are now coming out and saying that, oh, all these people making noise, they didn't even contribute to the last events that we did. But what's the point? If they had not raised concerns, would anybody have disclosed that they didn't contribute to the last Congress held here?
But what's the meaning of that? Those same individuals have been going around campaigning and they've been spending money on the side. So why do you say that?
Let's look at what's on myjoyonline.com real quick.
Yeah, so let's look at myjoyonline.com. We have a couple of stories there. And JoyNews Justice Beidou is winner of 2018 Global Health Reporting Contest. Took place just a few hours ago. They will say held on Monday. United States, you know, far away. So, yeah. And then we have a couple of stories more. Issa warns against excessive borrowing. And just last year he was talking about, that's Professor Peter Quarty, talking about expenditure on free SHS. He's here to lead in that conversation. Elizabeth Ohini on how to get Ghanaians to pay their taxes.
I'll spend time and read that.
GRA goes after churches for tax on monitoring oil.
Anointing.
Yeah, okay. Anointing. Oh, yeah.
And stickers.
I didn't know. Just last week, I saw on Facebook, apparently, the olive oil that we use in the churches, apparently are used for cooking as well. I never knew.
Oh.
Just my first time.
Well, you spend very little time in the kitchen, so, you know,
I never knew that you could use the Borges oil and all the olive oil that we buy. I didn't know that you could use it for cooking.
You can use it for many other things.
I'm not sure whether that will be approved in my house.
There are some pictures. You definitely will have to check out these pictures on myjoyonline.com, whatever you do. The looming Wager Kaswa Ridge disaster. And David Andor would tell the story in pictures. If you live around these areas or you have a property or you're planning on getting a property or a land, please think again. Check out these pictures on myjoyonline.com. And then as once here, NDC executives pick presidential forms for Mahama. VRA in Champions League. Hey. Yeah, so I paused. I was like, VRA? So VRA in Champions League brought forward to this season. So we're going to use the VAR this season. It will slow the game down, Masa.
Not true. I disagree with you.
World outlook darkens as factory activity slips orders fall.
And you know, just yesterday, as we move on the other stories, the controversial Cath blood sent to Accra for confirmatory tests, drone healthcare, Atufosan accuses Baumi of fraud. But you know, just yesterday, Qatar pulled out of OPEC, the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. And you know, they are I think they're one of the biggest first three producers of
but what does
LNG.
that mean? What does that mean?
Well, you know, they are the cartel or the organization that tends to look at the interests of countries that produce oil. They were formed in 1960, I believe. And Qatar, as one of the biggest gas producers, leaving OPEC, has a lot of implications for prices of LNG in the future, or even in the near future, or even currently. Could lead to some
we'll spend time and talk about this.
Drop in some
time. I've got a special birthday dedication just before we run off and make way for Benedict's. Happy birthday to Vanessa Matthew Boyfew. It's your birthday today. You are the Ghana School of Law. It's from Daddy Dan Boyfew of Multimedia Group. So Vanessa Matthew Boyfew of the Ghana School of Law, happy birthday to you. It's from your dad and obviously from all of us. So Luka Modric, is he the best? Well, obviously now he is, but what have you got to say? Benedict is here with a lot more details in sports to share with all of us, after which Roland Walker will have a sit down with our guest and break down all the big issues. I'll have a conversation with the president of the Advertisers Association of Ghana. They're pushing through to have a bill to regulate advertisements in the country. So if you've got any concerns there, you can send it to us. Stay with us.